All right, we continue with developments on the late former minister. Let's take you to the Johannesburg City Hall now. This is where the ANC is holding a memorial service in honour of former Minister Pravin Gordhan. SABC News reporter Canny Mapanga joins us live to give us the very latest. Good afternoon, Canny. So the memorial is well underway. Just talk us through some of what the speakers have had to say about the former minister.
Well, good afternoon to you, Mfundo, and to the viewers at home. We've just started the program for the memorial sitting of the former minister, Pravin Gordhan. As praises continue, we're hearing a number of speeches from various different veterans, as well as structures that exist with the ANC. Of course, Mfundo, whenever these events take place, although there are side events for the ANC, it is an opportune time for the party to reflect and to chart a way forward. Quite an interesting speech by the chairperson of the ANC in Gauteng, Panyaza Lesufi, which gives us an idea or an impression that the GNU, rather the Government of National Unity, that forms the seventh administration that we see in the changing political landscape, may not be the future for South Africa. Of course, to interrogate the speech further, we are joined by the chairperson, that is Panyaza Lesufi. Following that speech, quite a passionate speech. He spoke about the character of Pravin Gordhan, how he never gave up the fight. Of course, placing it in context with where we see the ANC now, coming out of a bruising in the 2024 national and provincial elections. Your statements seem to create the impression, well, I think the exact words was that the GNU is a halfway station, not the final destination. According to you, as the chairperson of the ANC in Gauteng, the GNU is not something that South Africans can expect to exist in the political landscape in the future, but rather is an interim measure as the ANC works on itself to rebuild. Did I capture that correctly from your speech there on the podium?
Thank you so much, and thanks for inviting us. Our strategic objective is to liberate our people completely. And we have acknowledged that in the elections that have just come out of, we didn't achieve the goals that we wanted. And therefore, we can't sit on our laurels and say that this is what we have achieved and therefore not work hard. What I was saying is that we'll work hard so that one day the ANC can come back to power and rule this country without having to rely on other political parties to assist us. Hence our view that the GNU is just a halfway station until we go back where we want to be, so that we have the power, the authority and the resources to liberate and emancipate our people.
Does this start in Gauteng, where you've seen a plan to reclaim most of those municipalities or the big metros in the Gauteng province, with the looming motion of no confidence against the DA mayor of Tshwane, Cilliers Brink?
Well, we've worked very hard. In the last local government elections, we lost 3 of the metros. We lost Johannesburg, we lost Ekurhuleni, we lost Tshwane. Through our negotiation capabilities and skills, we managed to bring Ekurhuleni back, Johannesburg. Now it's our turn to bring Tshwane. Indeed, on the 26th of September, we are of the strong view that we will support a motion that wants to bring a new leadership in that administration, because that administration has abandoned our people. They are not servicing our communities, but is in a serious financial mess. They can't even pay Eskom, and we can't allow that, where the entire capital city of a country can go dark purely because Eskom wants to reclaim its resources. So indeed, we've worked very hard. It's not easy. We've just won 2 by-elections as well in our province, an indication that indeed our messaging is still relevant, but obviously there are areas that need our immediate attention, and we'll do and work hard to ensure that we rectify those remedies.
And where does this place the ANC with its relationship with the DA nationally, which we see is moving ahead without any glitches so far, if Gauteng is taking on this position and stance?
Well, we move from a premise that every party that wants to work with us will work with that political party. It's an open secret that we're in discussions with the Democratic Alliance. It's an open secret that we're in discussion with Action SA. It's an open secret that where the ANC wants to lead, it invites all parties. Let it be the parties that don't want to accept our invite that close themselves out of the discussions. But we will establish government on the ground, on the purpose, or with the political parties that are willing to discuss and form government with us. So we're not closing anyone out. Whoever that wants to work with us, we are open-minded and we are willing to establish government with them.
And as we run out of time, Mr. Lesufi, of course, when we discuss these legacies, it is difficult sometimes to touch on the complex parts, which Mr. Pravin Gordhan is not a stranger to. You may remember when there was the parliamentary probe into the Takatso deal, how Parliament, expressed that he wasn't playing open cards with them, the manner in which that was dealt with. Do you think, you've given this glowing tribute, but in that moment, was that acting in the best interests of South Africans and its state-owned entities?
I'm only a friend with you at the beginning. And at the beginning, I will know whether you are a true leader, a true committed South African, or somebody that is prepared to fight for liberation. When I met Comrade PG, he inspired me from the word go. Committed, dedicated, fearless, brave, and determined to bring a South Africa that today will benefit. How you will see other things that he has done in his run of work can also be open-minded for those, and we leave it for those that wants to raise them. We who knows him, we know him. That was a strategist. We who knows him, we know him was committed. We who knows him, we know that he was determined to build a South Africa that all of us can be proud of. And we'll forever cherish that and forever support him. And we wish him to rest well, and we also wish his family to be very strong during this difficult moment. And we'll join thousands and thousands of South Africans to bid him farewell on Thursday.
All right, thank you very much. That was the ANC chairperson in Gauteng, Mr. Panyaza Lesufi, choosing to focus on the positive aspects of former Minister Pravin Gordhan's legacy and life, of course touching on the plans of the Gauteng province to reclaim its metros in that process of renewal in order to gain the trust of the voters back as we approach those local government elections, and then of course after that the next national and provincial elections. Of course the program continues here at the Johannesburg City Hall with the ANC's TG, that is Gwen Ramakgopa, expected to deliver the keynote address shortly. Over to you in studio.
All right, thank you very much, Kenny. We'll most certainly touch base as soon as the TG takes to the podium. That's SABC News reporter Canny Mapanga out at the Johannesburg City Hall for us.